Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Critical and welcome back to another mod showcase video for Anomaly, the mod I've been working on over the last few months. There is a download link in the description to this mod. It is for 1.16.1. The link will take you to the CurseForge page where you can download both this version and any previous versions, and you can see like a full changelog there, so if you actually want to go ahead and download the mod, you're welcome to go over there and skip out on the video, but this video will kind of explain a few of the different quirks and stuff of the different blocks. Now, in previous videos, I have only gone over the new items. In this one, I will be going over all the blocks that have been added across the whole mod. But if you want to just see the new blocks that are added for this version, I'm going to go over those first. So I'll let you know when we've gone over the new stuff. And if that's what you're here for, you can go ahead and leave at that point. Let's go ahead and jump on into it because we have a lot of stuff to go over here, but we're going to start off with the empty bookshelves, which is our first new block. So we got a few things we're going to need here. Empty bookshelves are basically just a building. Primarily they're just like a building block, but they have a few different functions that we're going to go over here in a second. But the way these work is if you take an axe and you right click a normal bookshelf, you can see here this is a normal vanilla bookshelf. If you right click it once, it's going to remove a book, and you can see some of the books on the shelf disappeared there. If you do it again, same thing's going to happen. You're left with just a few, and if you do it one more time, you're going to be left with our empty variant over here on the end. You can re-add these in here, and I'm actually going to go into survival for a second to display this. If you right click again, it will consume the book that you're holding, and it'll add some more in, and you can do this 1, 2, and then 3 times to get back to your normal bookshelf variant. And of course, it is going to use item durability if you are in survival. Now, if we go back into creative, these can of course be harvested using Silk Touch. You're going to need Silk Touch if you want to collect the, let's see, if we look at bookshelves, you can see down here the names for the 3. We have slightly empty, nearly empty, and empty. You're going to need Silk Touch to collect slightly or nearly, just like you would the normal bookshelf variant. But you do not need Silk Touch to collect the empty bookshelf. But if you try to collect these with a normal axe or any other item, you're just going to get a couple of books dropped on the ground instead. This allows for some cool redstone functionality. I haven't set up anything amazing here, just a little redstone lamp, but you can see you can update using an observer, get a redstone signal whenever this is updated with a new book or a book is removed, which you could create some sort of secret entrance or something with that in like a library or something. Could add some cool stuff with that. Now, regarding enchanting, all 3 of the filled bookshelf types, so that is bookshelf, slightly empty bookshelf, and nearly empty bookshelf, all 3 of these work for enchanting. So you can see here we have a mixture of all 3 here around the enchanting table, and we can still get level 30. However, if you were to try and use this block right here, the empty bookshelf for one of these, you're going to notice it's going to go down. You're not going to get your full enchant level, so you need at least 1 book in the bookshelves for the enchanting table to recognize it as a block. That is it for the nearly empty bookshelves and all those different variants and stuff. So now we're going to move on to the other new block set that is added in this version, which is the Elder Prismarine. Elder Prismarine bricks, Dark Elder Prismarine, and Faded Sea Lanterns. You can see all of them and all of their stair, slab, and wall variants here. These can all be crafted using Elder Prismarine shards and Elder Prismarine crystals. Now, the way that you get these here is by smelting. So you can see here if you throw the crystals or if you throw the shards into a furnace, they're going to start smelting. And if we give that just a second, you can see here that you're going to get your Elder Prismarine shard and crystals. The recipes are the same as all of your normal Prismarine block variants. So 4 of these together will give you a Prismarine block, or just an Elder Prismarine block. 9 of them together will give you Elder Prismarine bricks. 8 of them in a circle with a black die in the middle will give you Dark Elder Prismarine. And then if you have your plus shape in the middle with 4 of these on the outside, you will get your Faded Sea Lantern. Now, the Faded Sea Lantern is a little bit different than your normal Sea Lantern block. If you look here, you can see, obviously, judging by the name, this is kind of like a dimmed down version. Because of that, this only gives off a block light level of 10, whereas this one would normally give off, I believe, 15. So it's a bit darker than your normal sea lantern, so keep that in mind if you're using this to light up your builds. These can all be crafted into all the different slabs and stairs. So if we see here, you got your slabs, or those are your stairs. You've got your slabs there, and then you can get walls out of the Prismarine ones. And you can get all of your normal block variants like that. That is it for the new blocks in this update version. So if you want to keep watching to see all the other things that are in the entire mod, you can do that. But if you're just here for the new stuff, that is all of the new stuff that I have added. So now I'm going to move on over to the first of our previous blocks, which is diffused TNT. Now, if you're building and you want to build with TNT, that can be a bit dangerous, obviously, because if you were to accidentally light this on fire or a creeper were to blow up near it, it's of course going to ignite and explode. So we can avoid that now if you take a pair of shears and you right-click on a block of TNT. It's going to drop a couple of items here. It'll give you 1 sand and 2 of your gunpowder back each time that you do this. And it's going to cut the wire off at the top there. You can see, if we put this one back, the black wire that normally spins around up here, it cuts that off. It cuts off the fuse. And now this can no longer be ignited with fire. You can see that it just places it next to the block instead. So you can safely build with TNT now with only a slight texture change. It pretty much looks the same as it did before. Now let's bounce back over this way to our stone variants, and let's start with this one up over here. So we have smooth stone stairs. This one's pretty obvious. This is just a stair variant to go along with your slabs and stairs for the smooth stone blocks. You can see that there. As of right now, this doesn't craft into the stone cutter. I have to fix that. That will be fixed in the next version. But for now, you have to craft this through the crafting interface here. The other new block type that we have is quartered stone bricks. This also comes in stair, slab, and wall variants. If you go down here and you have 4 stone bricks, you can craft those and you'll get 4 quartered stone bricks. And we can see here, I'll build a little demonstration off to the side here. If you were to mix these up, it makes a nice variant texture for your stone brick walls. And of course, these can be crafted into all of your stairs and slabs, and all the other blocks in the mod, the stone cutter works for. It's just the smooth stone that it doesn't work for right now. But you can safely craft everything else from there. Next up, we have blue granite. And some of these blocks spawn naturally in the world. This is one of those. We'll go into another world in a second here and take a look at the generation for these blocks. But this is going to require you have 1 ice block and 1 granite. This is a shapeless crafting recipe. So you can put these in any order in the inventory, and you're going to get 2 blue granite out of this. And if you combine those with 4, you can get your polished variants here. These as well can be crafted into stairs and slabs, and the normal blue granite can be crafted into a wall. Flying on over to the other side, we have our last few block sets, and I think we're going to start on this way and work our way around. Well, I didn't put the crafting recipe here, but if you grab some nether bricks and some, I believe, black dye. I thought I put these on here, but I apparently did not. If you grab some of these, this will allow you to craft your black nether bricks. So this is similar to the nether wart recipe for the red black nether bricks. All 4 of these items are only going to get you 1 of these black nether bricks. So it's a little bit expensive, but in my opinion, it is a pretty nice block. This comes in all your normal nether brick variants. So we have blocks, stairs, slabs, walls, and fences, as well as a cracked nether brick variant and a chiseled nether brick variant as well. You can see that these are all that same dark texture. And all the textures for these are, as you'd expect, they're your normal textures that you have for all the other blocks. That's going to get you your chiseled. The blocks, you can make the stairs, slabs, walls, and of course the fences if you have some black nether brick. And then if you put this in here, this will of course smelt into the cracked variant. Next up, we have soul sandstone. This can be crafted using either soul sand or soul soil, or any combination of the two. It's only going to require that you need 4. So if you have 4, you can make that. But obviously, if you had soul sand instead, or you wanted to use a mixture of the two, you can do that and get your soul sandstone. This can then be crafted into stairs, walls, and slabs. I said that out of order, but you get the point. And it also comes in smooth, cut, and chiseled variants for all your normal blocks, as they always do. And for some reason, those are out of order. There we go. So that is your full block palette for the soul sandstone. It, of course, is meant to go with the soul soil. If we look here, it kind of matches the color palette of those. And the last block that we have in our mod is rose quartz. Now, this is a full block set. You can see back here we have all the different quartz blocks that you normally have for your basic quartz texture. The difference is this is going to be found with the Nether rose quartz, and we're going to go over the spawning with that in a bit when we go over the spawning for the other block there. This block is a bit unique, the actual ore, because it is the only block in the game, or only ore in the game at this point, that now rotates. You can see I can place this all sorts of different directions based on where I am looking when I place the block. This block is affected by Silk Touch and Fortune. To get this will obviously drop the Nether Rose Quartz, but you can affect it with different enchanted tools as you normally would be able to with any other ore. It's not required that you smelt it, although you can smelt it if you prefer to do it that way to get the XP. This then crafts into all of your normal items. So you can see here, if we go over here, this will craft into your rose quartz, and then this can be crafted into all of your various textures. This will get you the block there, and then I believe 2 of them will get you the pillared. And you do, of course, have to smelt these in order to get the smooth stone variant that you can see on the side over here. These as well, all of these blocks, you can see the quartz works with this, the soul sandstone works with this, and of course the nether brick works with this as well. That is all of the blocks that are added in this mod. So let's go ahead and back out of this world real quick. And we're going to go into our world folder here and create a new world. And we're just going to call it Anomaly Gen. We will... That's what I want. Creative. We're going to create a new world. And there are 2 things that we're going to look out for here. So there are 2 of these blocks that will spawn naturally in your world. These will just start generating whenever you either make a new world or load new terrain. The first one spawns in the overworld. And we can find that one pretty quickly, or at least we should be able to. Ooh, I've frozen. Creating a new world, so it may be a bit laggy here. But if we go into a cave system, or even over to the wall over here, yeah, you can see it here. Your blue granite will spawn naturally in any biome anywhere in the overworld. It's the same spawn rates as granite is, although I believe, yeah, you can see a little bit there. You can see it spawning over here. I do believe granite spawns a little lower. I think my blue granite will spawn a little higher than granite will, or at least more frequently at higher rates than granite will. But if we go down to an actual cave here, it's usually pretty even with which one spawning. You can see a bunch of granite here. There's some blue granite there. You can see a bunch more spawning down here. And that is just a 5th variant of stone for you to build with. And the world doesn't exist here. Now, we need to make a portal real quick. So I'm going to grab some obsidian and a flint and steel. And we're just going to pop right over here and make a quick nether portal. I'm going to fill in that corner because it's going to bother me. And if we fly into the nether, we're going to need to find a specific biome in order to locate our blackstone, or not blackstone, sorry, our rose quartz ore. So you can see it's not spawning anywhere here in the nether, but if we slash locate biome, I should actually type the biome, and we type Soul Sand Valley, it'll tell us where one is. We can teleport to it. And as you can see, we are now in the void. That is it. We exist in the void. There is nothing else. There is only emptiness. Let's log out and log back in real quick and see if that fixes that issue. just real quick. But anyways, this is only going to spawn in your basalt. Oh, it took us to a soul sand valley, didn't I? This only spawns in basalt deltas. I'm screwing up the biome that it's in. I don't know why my game doesn't want to load the Nether, but we need to locate biome to basalt deltas anyways. But I don't actually think it's going to load. I think it's having some issues at the moment. But basically, I'm just going to explain it. Your basalt ore here, if we go to ore, this one here is only going to spawn in basalt deltas. And it will spawn at the same frequency that Nether quartz does. But once again, only in basalt deltas. You're not going to be able to find it in any other biome. So that is going to do it for this mod showcase. If you'd like to keep updated with the mod and get notified whenever I make additions to this or new changes, and this isn't loading either. I don't know what's happening with my game right now. Obviously, you can either subscribe to me on here. I'm going to be making an update video every time I release a new version of the mod, or you can go over to the CurseForge page that I linked in the description, which has the download information in it, and you can follow the mod on CurseForge, and it will also notify you whenever I upload a new version. But that is going to do it for this episode, guys. I hope that you have all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.